I'm Judd Green, a peanut farmer from Decatur County, Georgia. Without the Georgia Peanut Commission and the researchers of the University of Georgia, USDA, and the other states that cooperate, I would not be able to do what I love to do, what the Lord has let me do, grow peanuts and farm. We're facing several problems as we have in the past. We're facing more problems in the future. We have a farm bill coming up. It will be up to results from Dr. Stanley and Nathan, and also our contacts in Washington, such as Bob Redding, to help guide and lead us through that, and the Peanut Commission's guidance. Without that, we would not have a program now. Also, without the research from the University of Georgia, I would not be able to be in business now. We faced tomato spotted wilt in the 90s. Thank God Dr. Bill Branch had Georgia Green available. Now we have newer varieties, such as Dr. Holbrook's Tifton. If we lose Timic in a few years, and we'll probably have problems with Talon too unless somebody gets control of EPA, we're going to be forced more and more to using resistant varieties such as Tifton. Also, I use nothing on my farm that I haven't seen results from UGA testing. Dr. John Beasley, Dr. Bob Kimmerite, Albert Culberth, and all the many others. There's so many I can't name them. But without their work and research, I wouldn't be here. It is hard for farmers to commit to want to spend more money, but I'm going to encourage all my neighbors and friends that we must increase our checkoff. If you think back, $1 in 1980 certainly won't buy today what it did in '80. The budgets are decreasing, everything's getting higher and higher. The state of Georgia's broke. I don't see how the government's going to come up with money to supply the research that we need. I think it's up to us as producers to do it ourselves. And this checkup program is the best way that I know to do it. So my thanks to the commission, my thanks to all the researchers, and it is my hope that we can get this passed and done. Thank you.
My name is Corley Holbrook. I'm a peanut breeder with the USDAIRS here in Tifton, Georgia. And I would like to read a few short comments, and I may deviate a little bit, but I'd like to stress that financial support by the Georgia peanut growers through the peanut assessment has been critically important for conducting research on ways to improve the economic return for Georgia peanut producers. This includes the development of new varieties and improved methods for controlling diseases, weeds, and insects. The research that has been possible through this support has resulted in higher yields and reduced input cost. As a peanut breeder, and Debbie, I'm going to deviate a little bit here. Peanut breeding is a numbers game, and so we're looking for rare genetic events. And the larger the program, the more likely you are to find those rare genetic events. And so, you know, on the federal side and also on the state side, we have some support for scientists, maybe a technician. But if we can get some support from the Georgia peanut growers, we use that to hire some student workers, get some supplies. It really leverages, you know, what we have, so we can expand and do 2 or 3 times as many samples and look at larger populations, which is you're more likely to come up with a new variety. Going back to my written statement, financial support for variety development by the Georgia peanut growers can more accurately be viewed as an investment rather than a cost. The historical and current returns on this investment have been enormous. A prime example of this return on investment is the development of varieties with resistance to tomato spotted wilt virus. Use of these resistant varieties has an economic impact of over $200 million annually to Georgia peanut growers. And this is a published study from Peanut Science 2001. Lastly, it is anticipated that public funding, both state and federal, for agricultural research will remain flat at best and likely will decline. And this will mean that other sources of funding will be even more critical for maintaining the competitiveness of Georgia peanut growers on a national and a global scale. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Larry Cunningham. I own and operate a peanut buying point and seed facility in Quitman, Georgia, in Brooks County. It's been my honor to serve as an advisory member to this board since 1991, representing peanut buying points. During those 20 years, I've come to appreciate and understand that the board of the Georgia Peanut Commission, as much or more than any other board representing growers anywhere in this country, is a grassroots organization. Every board member is an active peanut producer, and they understand the challenges that face peanut producers because they themselves are peanut producers. I count them among my friends, my colleagues, and my respect for them, it goes beyond words. And the same goes for the staff of the Georgia Peanut Commission. Make no mistake, the Georgia Peanut Commission staff knows who they work for. They work for the peanut farmers of the state of Georgia, and I'm very proud to be associated with them. My responsibility as a buying point advisory board member, I feel, has been to advise this board on issues that relate to producers as it relates to the buying points in the peanut industry beyond the farm gate. Today we face a major potential crisis. The burrowing bug is an animal that I'd never heard of before this year. For about 2 years, it has been an issue with quality at some buying points and has caused peanuts to be devalued from a loan rate of $355 a ton to $130 a ton. This is a 2/3 reduction in the loan value of a ton of peanuts if more than 2.5% of those kernels have been stung by this burrowing bug. Currently, there is little or no research that has been done on how to stop the burrowing bug. Currently, there is little or no funds in state coffers to do this research. The rest of the industry, when I say the rest, shellers and buying points, are willing to help with research to find a solution to this problem, but we can't do it alone. And in fact, we are leaning on and counting on the Georgia Peanut Commission through its research efforts and administering research to fund and to direct this very needed research at this time. So to the board members, would be my advice to you. Whether or not 2/3 of 25% of the active producers in this state will support this $1 a ton increase, I can't tell you. I can't tell you if the growers, if my customers will support it. I can tell you I will encourage it because we are facing a crisis that only the Georgia Peanut Commission is in a position to alleviate, or at least fight the battle. So my advice, gentlemen, please allow the growers the opportunity to vote yes or no to help themselves and help the rest of us as we work together to solve this crisis, which very well could be the boll weevil of the peanut industry. I appreciate your time. I honor your friendship, and thank you.